Do you have tight or painful shoulders? Do you get discomfort or pinching when pressing overhead? Well, you're in luck, because today's video I'm going to show you a step-by-step progression to help loosen up your shoulders. And then the very last stretch I show you is one of my all-time favorites and one of my go-to warm-ups. So stay tuned for that. But we're going to get right into this with our first stretch. And all you need for this is a chair or a bench, somewhere where you can sit and hold on to the edge of something. And we're going to do what we call caudal glides or shoulder distraction. So a lot of times when you get that pinching, think of the ball as getting jammed into the socket. It doesn't feel too comfortable. So in a chair like this, you can scooch to the edge, hold on to the edge of the chair, and then you're simply just going to lean away. From here, you should feel a stretch somewhere along the arm or the shoulder, maybe even a little bit into the neck, depending on how tight you are. But the idea here is to slowly distract that joint and let it breathe. So I lean until I feel a stretch, hold it for a second or two, bring it right back. From here, we're going to rep these out. I like to do a good 10 to 15. This is a pretty easy and low force exercise. So this shouldn't make you feel worse. If it does, stop immediately and see a professional. And it never hurts to do the other side if you also have any pinching or discomfort there. Again, just allowing that shoulder joint to distract, getting it to release. Now that simple stretch could help quite a bit, but it's very low force and we want to take it to the next level eventually. So think of that as your JV level exercise. And to start getting up to varsity, we just need a simple stick. I have a PVC pipe. You can use a dowel, broom, whatever you have. So to stretch out the right side, we're actually going to be using our left arm to do all the work. So I'm going to hold on to the stick at the end. I'm just going to grab onto wherever I feel comfortable. And from here, I'm using my left arm to push my shoulder into extension. So I can go pretty far here until I start to feel that tension. If you've never done this before, you might start feeling that right here. If so, you just want to ease into it. It'll start to loosen up more and more as you rep this out. But similar to the last stretch, we want to do a good 10 to 15 of these. Just trying to go further, further, and further. And a lot of times you'll increase your range of motion quite a bit. And if you want some extra credit, I'm starting with my thumb pointing forwards. If you think about internally rotating the shoulder or going thumb inward to backwards, it's a little bit tighter. Not everybody's going to be able to do this, but if you hold on here and then bring it back, I don't go as far, but I'm getting more bang for my buck because I really feel this stretch is enhanced now. And if you got tension on both sides, don't be afraid to switch it up to the other side. All right, and that was stretch number 2. Now let's progress it to that third stretch. All we need for this one is just a towel. This is a bath towel or a kitchen towel. What you're going to do, roll it up long ways. And again, let's say my right side's my tight side. I'm going to take my left arm holding onto the edge of the towel, drape it over the back, and then I'm going to hold on to that towel. From here, all the left side is doing the work. So I'm going to slowly start to pull my right arm up until I feel a lot of tension on that front side. I'm just going to give it a smooch, come right back. Again, I think you're seeing the theme here, but we want to do a good 10 to 15, and as we rep this out, we should be able to go further and further. If you're having any major discomfort, this is an advanced stretch. See a professional if this isn't your cup of tea right now. After that 10th or that 15th one, you should be able to go a lot further, and you should be feeling a lot looser. If your shoulders don't feel a lot different after just performing these stretches, then you also want a baseline test. So for instance, if I had shoulder discomfort when, coming overhead right here, I want to perform one of these 3 stretches and then retest. If it gets smoother, then you know that's what the shoulder is craving and you want to. So if your shoulder range gets smoother after doing one of these 3 stretches or even a combination of all of them, then you know these are really good mobility exercises for you to incorporate in your warm-up before doing things that irritate that shoulder. If you have a similar thing going on in your hip where you got pinching or discomfort, well, check out this next video. As always, if you learned something new today, well, give me a like, share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more stretch strategies for you.